All right. We can go ahead and get started. So if everyone wants to make sure that they stay muted um, until the end, and we can ask questions at the end. Novato, please mute. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah. So this is Soowon. He's going to be presenting proof of aggregation using GKR. So yeah, if you wanna take it, the floor is yours.
Mm. Yeah, thank you for coming to this learn and share session. And I will talk about proof aggregation using GKR. I am in the PSA team research group, and by the way, I want to apologize that I cannot speak clearly because I got sore throat. Yeah, and I assume that most of you have experience about Circom and maybe know what is RNCS. Before we start, and keep in mind that this protocol is not verified and may have several security vulnerabilities.
I think your screen is black. Your screen share is black right now.
Uh, okay, I
There we go.
okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, for today's talk, I will explain description of GKR and design of proof aggregation system, especially using fully recursive proof, and how to generate GKR circuit from Circom for the uh, last last limitation and further research topic for this protocol. GKR is proving scheme for proving that calculation result of this arithmetic circuit is valid. And it uses special form of arithmetic circuit. It is called layered arithmetic circuit. The initial version of GKR was interactive proof protocol. It consists of d iterations, one for each layer of the circuit. And it is because separation by layer reduces claim with Sumcheck protocol. And I will explain it later. By using add and mult function, wi function takes as input a binary gate label and outputs the gate's value at layer I. So let's take it deeper. As I mentioned before, GKR circuits have layers, the layers from 0 to depth d. A layer 0 is the output layer and layer d is the input layer. So these two gates are in layer 0 and these gates are the output gates. And this intermediate 4 gates belongs to layer 1, and these 4 gates are input layers and can called layer 2. Next, Si is number of gates at layer I, and assume that it is 2 to the power of ki. For example, S1 in layer 1 is 4, and K1 is 2. So for each layer, number the gates at layer I from 0 to Si minus 1. And let Wi is function that takes Boolean hypercube and outputs field element, and also we can get multilinear extension of Wi for after use. So here's the example. We can set Boolean hypercube for each gate, like binary encoding. Yeah, the leftmost gate can be represented as 0, 0, and next is 0, 1, and the next is 1, 0, and the next one is 1, 1. This is why we assume that the number of gate is 2 to the power of ki. And let's fill gates values. So first one is 3 times 3, so it is 9. And next gate's value is 2 times 2, so it is 4. And the next is, yeah, it can be calculated. Yeah, so 6. And the next gate's value is also 2. So we can define the W1 function. It is as shown in the slide. We can assign each gate's value to Wi. So last property of GKR circuit is add I and multi function. These functions get 3 gates label, and if first gate is same kind with function kind, and 2 labels are linked to first gate with input wire, it returns 1. Otherwise, it returns 0. Let's see example. So yeah, add one function and mult one function have 6 parameters because previous layer of layer 1 has 4 gates. It is layer 2. And for each gate, leftmost label is gate level label of itself. And next two label are input gates label. So for the other gates, it can be calculated for the input and the output. Yeah, so for this third gate, it is encoded by 1, 0, and the input gates are 0, 1, and 1, 0. It is second and the third. And the last gate can be represented as add 1. So to prove validity of computation, prover claims a value for a function output which can be obtained by putting Ri to the multilinear extension of Wi. So Ri is random field element given by verifier. And to prove that prover knows multilinear extension of Wi, apply Sumcheck to the 2ki plus 1 variate polynomial f. If you get sum of f, it is value of multilinear extension of Wi when argument is Ri, because add I and multi cannot be 1 at the same time when get the same argument. Yeah, in the sum check, the prover P can prove that P knows H, which is sum of evaluations of polynomial G over all Boolean inputs. In the first round, he sends the univariate polynomial G1, x1 claimed to equal following sum. For all I, which is larger than 1 and smaller than v, he sends to v univariate polynomial gj xj claimed to equal following out. This is typo. Is gi and xi, and yes, claim to equal following sum of this. So verifier checks that gi minus 1 ri minus 1 is equal to gi 0 plus gi 1. And verifier chooses a random value, a random field element, and sends it to the prover. And for the last step, it is called final check. the verifier chooses a random field element RV and evaluates original G, and then checks that GVRV is equal to that function value. So yeah, we know Sumcheck now, and in GKR for each layer, do Sumcheck verification. Verifier V cannot know multilinear extension of WI. Yeah, but we can do Sumcheck verification. And if Sumcheck verification is done for one layer, verifier chooses random vector B star and C star, which lengths are ki plus 1, and make function that L0 is B star and L1 is C star. And the prover P makes univariate polynomial Q, which is multilinear extension of Wi plus 1 of L. Q is part of proof and it is passed to the verifier. And Q0 is value of multilinear extension Wi plus 1 when argument is B star, and Q1 is the value of multilinear extension of Wi plus 1 when argument is C star. So verifier chooses random R star and R I plus 1 is L R star, and give it to prover as Mi plus 1. The prover should prove next layer from Mi plus 1. This is the interactive version of GKR. And we can apply Fiat-Shamir transform to make this non-interactive. And I made GKR non-interactive by the Fiat-Shamir transform. So it is simple to implement. Prover get R star from hashing previous proof value, and it can be verified by verifier with hash verification in the circuit. And the starting point of this research was recursive proof. We can get better result by compose different schemes. So first, prove by internal proving scheme and get proof. And then write circuit of internal proving schemes verification, then prove it by external proving scheme. So in this composition, external proofs should have constant or logarithmic verifier and very small proof size because external proof will be put on-chain verifier. And in this aggregation system, external proving scheme is growth 16. And then internal proof should have very fast prover like GKR and should be efficient to arithmetize the verifier, because verifier should be written in circuit like Circom or other circuit language, and it should be verified in the circuit. So GKR's characteristic is that verification logic consists of just addition and multiplication. Like it is verified by do the calculation of univariate polynomial or just multivariate polynomial. So in this aggregation system, internal proving scheme is GKR. And GKR verifying circuit is written in Circom. It consists of Sumcheck verification and evaluation of univariate and multivariate the polynomial. These can be expressed simply as addition and multiplication. So with this circuit, you can do snark composition easily. Writing circuit in layered arithmetic circuit manner and get proof from it. And then using Circom and Snark.js, make GKR verifying circuit and then get gross 16 proof from that circuit by passing GKR proof as input. However, writing complicated circuit with the form of native arithmetic circuit is too hard. Like it just make graph from the like Python or Rust. You should make own arithmetic circuit for what from what do you want to make? Yeah. So and if there is GKR prover for Circom, proof aggregation can be done because recursion step can be much deeper with GKR prover for Circom, and we can do iteration for to the Circom. So this is the diagram for whole system. So there is circuit written in Circom. Name it C is it is original circuit which is want to be verified and to be aggregated. And for initial step, GKR prover get witness for C and prove it, and we can get the pi I. And then for recursive step, combine C and verifying circuit CV, and it is done by Circom syntax like import it as the template, and we can get the component of that. And modify C by adding CV as using template. And then previous proof pi I and the witness wi plus 1 are input. GKR prover proves C plus CV and generates proof pi I plus 1 in this step. So we can do the recursive step, and then for the last step, similar with previous iteration, but prepare C plus CB and generate proof pi n. But it is then but it is done by the Snark.js. Then we can get aggregated gross 16 proof from Snark.js, and we did the verification all step in the recursive steps. So if gross 16 proof is verified, all steps are verified also. We can call that. So to make this, I should get layered arithmetic circuit from Circom circuit. However, in the process of converting the arithmetic circuit to RNCS, some connectivity is lost. And GKR prover doesn't have witness generation. And I tried to make arithmetic circuit from Circom file using Circom compiler, but it has many optimization inside, so I cannot separate from the Circom compiler. So I chose to convert RNCS to layered arithmetic circuit. The constraints from RNCS have the form A times B equals C. That is represented as arithmetic circuit by this, but we cannot easily convert it as this because C is not a single value. A, B, C are linear combination. So for C, it consists of many terms. And also in arithmetic circuit, single term is also the output wire of multiplication gate. So we should try to recover all circuit information from RNCS. So first, make directly a cyclic graph from each linear combination. And this represents A. And then connect A and B by multiplication gate and make minus C with this representation and combine them by addition gate. So this stack represents A times B minus C equals 0. But in some cases, C is used to other constraint, like this example. So it was originally connected, but optimization of Circom eliminated this connectivity. Then we can substitute C as A times B. And then it keeps the connectivity from the original arithmetic circuit. And the last step, all layers in GKR circuit should have 2 to the power of k gates. So we should pad with zeros for the layers. And let's see example. So in this layer, there are 3 gates. So we should put 1 0 gate to this layer. And for the next layer, there are 6 gates, so we should pad with 2 0 gates. So make 0 gate in previous addition and 2 0 gates are generated. After making GKR circuit, we should calculate all gates value after all witnesses are assigned to make WI function, which represent the gates value. So with this implementation, we can generate GKR proof from Circom and make aggregated gross 16 proof for the aggregation. However, it was too slow. So yeah, I can't verify just one constraint like A plus B equals C. So I applied some optimization to that, like concurrent calculation and check trailing bits for filtering. Like in the previous slides, there is f function and it has add function and mult function, and it cannot be a same one in the same time. So it can be filters. So for now,